Much as a boombox.
The slick messages filling the airwaves can be traced back to Nancy Reagan's much-maligned campaign.
Say no to drugs and say yes to life.
Critics said it was simplistic and didn't reach hardcore addicts, but it marked the beginning of a media blitz.
If you're into cocaine, get off it. You get me? Are you listening?
Cocaine, the big lie.
We got rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll's our high. Yeah.
This is crack.
The first wave of anti-drug spots relied heavily on personalities. In time, marketing experts would call it the wrong approach.
You know, there's a question whether any of these anti-drug messages ever really work.
Admonishing could be a turnoff.
When I tell you don't do it, please just don't do it.
I used to do drugs. And one morning
Recovering addicts could send a confusing message.
And now, life's the beach.
But now it appears that one group's ads are having a measurable impact. The Media Advertising Partnership for a Drug-Free America says its ads are getting through.
We have some very interesting and very encouraging findings.
Thomas A. Hedrick, Jr. is the partnership's executive director.
We are changing the way we perceive drugs, their use, and their users rather dramatically.
I'm running no rock. Please get out of here.
Hi, Richie. I really need to talk to you.
I got you covered.
These are some of the partnership's ads, part of the most visible public service campaign in the post-war period.
My friend Nancy's been doing a lot of drugs. Now it's catching up with her. I can see it coming.
America's most creative advertising agencies donate talent. The media donate time and space.
It's called cocaine.
Sophisticated market research told them, get America talking about drugs.
If you don't teach your kids to say no to drugs, it's as good as saying yes.
The partnership, tracking surveys over a period of 3 years, has found that these ads help create a negative attitude toward drugs.
We also know that in areas of the country where our messages have been played more often, our television commercials and our newspaper ads, and that there is a significantly greater change in those attitudes.
Who are these ads aimed at?
Our primary effort is in reducing trial amongst preteens and teens. I mean, advertising and education is not going to have a significant impact on addicted users.
What were your marketing strategies behind spots like, for example, the one called Decisions?
In this case, we wanted to talk to preteens about marijuana. And we asked an advertising agency to come up with a message for television, in this case, about their decision to use or not use marijuana.
You're making your own decisions. So don't blow this one. Don't smoke pot.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
We wanted to see for ourselves what a group of young people, mostly ages 11 to 13, felt about the effectiveness of these anti-drug commercials, the public service announcements that they see on television. And to do this, we came to Intermediate School 78 in Brooklyn. How many have seen some of these commercials? Yeah, so you've all seen them. They are on television, right? What effect do you think they've had on your attitude toward drugs? Anybody have an opinion about that?
It scared me because it's like the pan is your head, and, you know, like the drugs is the egg and the butter. And when you have drugs, like, in your brain, it, like, messes up your whole act, your whole life.
Some people wondered if these spots are too strong for preteens. But the median age for first-time drug use is down to age 11. The ad campaign tried to prep them for decision day.
Drugs is suicide, period. It's jumping off a diving board, suicide also, and that'll show you what drugs can do.
But do you think that's going to be a factor when you get into high school? Ryan?
You know, some people might, you know, go with the wrong crowd and start using drugs. Sometimes you just got to ignore what your friends say and just go with your own opinion.
The partnership's ads evoke reality and avoid personality, but some of these kids would rather hear from celebrities. The ad council made this spot.
Whether you do drugs or not.
I think it's better if it's with Michael J. Fox because some people look up to him and admire him, and if they see, oh, well, he's cool and he doesn't do drugs, so why should I?
If you make the wrong choice, all your other decisions are made for you.
This is the partnership's new wave. Just released spots created by black-owned advertising agencies who specialize in marketing to African Americans.
Make no mistake, drug abuse is the new slavery.
They make use of cultural factors identified by their research, which says that black parents tend to be less likely than other parents to talk to their children about drugs. Here's an example.
He looked me right in the eye and said, "No, Mama, I ain't doing no drugs. I knew that boy was lying straight to my face. And the money, I was afraid to know." Well, what can you do? Pushes on every corner, crack babies, killing babies.
Mama?
Take this down to the funeral parlor. No, I'm going with you. I had my eyes shut when they got Jimmy, but I'll be damned if they get their hands on you.
So now there is evidence that these messages are really having an effect, and we see it last a way out of the failure and futility of most standard anti-drug activity. And there are increasing numbers of people who feel that it's important to put the emphasis now on education, such as this ad campaign, and treatment and rehabilitation, and less emphasis on interdiction and increased police firepower.
Boy, that's powerful,
Isn't it
especially
powerful?
the one that I am most aware of seeing is the fried egg. And I think, you know, when you talk about the median age of 11, I mean, this is something a 4- or 5-year-old can see, and it stays in the mind, even, you know?
We hope that the hope is that they can reach those young kids at a time and keep them in that frame of mind where they just really won't want to do it.
The scare tactics work.
They appear to.
The reality tactics.
Well, let's see what Ted Koppel has for us on tonight's Nightline. Ted?
Hugh, our guest tonight is the Soviet ambassador to the United States. He'll talk not only about the recent changes in Eastern Europe, but about a dramatic change that is going to take place in the Soviet Union itself. Hugh?
Well, that's Nightline after your local news. And that is 2020 for tonight. We thank you for being with us.
And remember, we're in touch, so you be in touch. I'm Barbara Walters.
And I'm Hugh Downs.
And for everyone here at 2020, have a good weekend. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Why do you get great service from a MetLife rep? He's got terrific follow-through, answering tough questions. He's fast when it comes to paying claims. He's got lots of drive and power. And he makes neat saves when the going gets rough. It all adds up to Advantage, MetLife. Get Met. It pays.
Someday, these two very different women have one big problem.
Some guys are chasing us. They've been here. Wait a minute. Nobody's been here. This is normal.
Bette Midler, Shelley Long, in the network television premiere, Outrageous Fortune, Sunday.
A transcript of this program. Send $4 to 2020 Transcripts, Journal Graphics, 267 Broadway, New York, New York, 10007. This is 2020.
This has been a presentation of ABC News, where more Americans get their news than from any other source.
This is ABC.
We
weekend is about to begin, and News 7 Nightcast is next. Tonight,
President Bush gives millions of American workers a boost. Its impact on the El Paso job market just ahead.
millions of dollars in cash have gone into the hands of El Paso police officers. We'll tell you where the money is now.
And a shooting inside a South El Paso grocery store leaves 2 dead. We'll have details. Stay with us. Nightcast is next.
We used to spend 50 weeks a year in Chicago, 2 out here. Did that for years. And then George, that's my husband, said, you know, I think we've got this backwards. Smart man, George.
You know, everybody tells you how to save for the future, but no one ever says how fast it'll get here.
Uncle Sam paid for college. My folks paid for my car. I guess he gets to pick up the checks from now on.
Mera Bank has been part of this part of the world through rain or shine, good times and bad. We've been there, we'll be there.
Come on, boys, our Ford dealer's got new Mountain States Ford Rangers.
Mountain States Edition Ranger at your Ford dealer during Truck Month. Built for New Mexico with two-tone paint, aluminum sport wheels, special emblem, and more.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. And now during Truck Month, get $1,000 cash back. $1,000. That means your Mountain States Ranger is $788 less than a comparably equipped Chevy.
Ford's making deals like that and you bought a Chevy?
Ouch, what? See your New Mexico Ford dealer today.
Pre-Thanksgiving sale savings now at all 4 Popular stores.
Popular's pre-Thanksgiving sale?
We went last year. Really found some terrific savings. You'll find great gift ideas.
The Popular really gets into the holiday spirit.
And free gift wrapping on all your Popular purchases.
That's what Dad needs.
4 days only this Thursday through Sunday at the
Better
Popular.
hurry then. Christmas just around the corner.
The pre-Thanksgiving sale now through Sunday at the Popular. Downtown Bassett, North Park, and Sunland.
Hold on, I'm going with you.
Wait for me.
Because there's no greater gift than the joy of giving. Texas Commerce Bank introduces the Gifted CD. Open one, and you'll receive a savings bond to give to someone you love. The Gifted CD from Texas Commerce Bank.
I'm Leon Metz in the middle of the Oro Grande National Forest. It has been here about 20 years.